So, what is it about healing waters that you think is of such great value and so wonderful? What comes to mind when you think about healing waters?
When I think about spending time at Healing Waters, whether it be in one of the beautiful guest rooms or being in Juliet's house, overlooking the wonderful communal gardens that are just below in the field, there's an all-pervading sense of community, but also incredible peace. And when I've been out in the world and in the chaos that sometimes exists in the world, I find that when I go there, from the moment I step through the threshold, I feel a tremendous sense of connection to the land, to the people who are present, and they're always such an interesting mix of people from all walks of life and from all over the world who converge in this place, this special place in time and space. There's, as well as tremendous beauty, the land, the Somerset Levels, and this ancient part of England, this ancient Avalon, and this particular location where Healing Waters is, which is that the Archangel Michael ley line runs right through the land, and you can feel that immediately that you arrive. So whether you choose to stay in a beautiful yurt, which has been with a wood-burning stove, beautifully cozy, or in one of the lovely rooms in the house, or spend a bit more time and rent a room in Juliet's house, having access to these incredible gardens where people come together to work and grow incredible vegetables of amazing sizes, all grown with love, or picking together and taking the produce to Juliet's kitchen and making lovely food to share. It's life, but bringing something sacred and special and anchoring it here in a very special sacred place. And with those ingredients, there's a magic that happens that you don't find very often. And so for me, it would be a wonderful time, a wonderful place to I can't even imagine the world not containing places like this. And at this point is a very exciting time because it appears that there are other areas of the world where that are calling the special people that work and live at Healing Waters to expand this special nature.
Do you think there are lessons to be learned from being at Healing Waters? Is there a lot that can be taught while you're there?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, and what would you say, can you give some examples of those lessons, those examples, the inspiration?
And I think for me, probably one of the greatest experiences that no matter when I go there, it doesn't matter what time of year or where I've come from or what I've been experiencing, when I arrive, the most incredible synchronicities always happen there, every time. And when I have discussions with other people staying there, they're telling me the same thing. And I think it's because it's a container, a sacred container that has been created with intention to bring people together. So you always find that people you need to meet are there at the same time, and that I find incredibly exciting. And no matter what our particular individual journey, whenever I go there, when I talk to people over breakfast, or just meeting them on this beautiful deck overlooking the incredible land, I feel such a sense of unity. It's about it's about unity. It's about realizing that we're all in this together, and whether the person who's your neighbor in the next room is from Lebanon, or they're from Norway, or wherever they're from, they're experiencing similar challenges and are wanting to expand their consciousness and have more of a sense of being part of the whole. And that it's incredible to be able to go to one place again and again, and each time I go, these connections happen, and it can't be a coincidence. It has to be that there's something special there that draws people, and so I think that's probably what I would say.
As for the garden, would you say it's more than just a simple gardening experience? What elements of that process make it so magical?
Well, I think it's a combination of things. I think that all the people who are involved in the community gardens are they love the earth, they love the land. They have a passion to grow organically, and each bring their own skills and talents. Juliet, who she has spent many years learning so many different ways of gardening, and particularly permaculture, and puts that into practice. Everybody has brought their own vision, but it's merged in this incredible garden which I have not seen the like anywhere else, really. And when a lot of like-minded people come together and grow food with love, then you can feel it. And when you eat those vegetables, you can feel the healing power of the plants instantly affecting you. And this is, it's also extends into the community, because the community in Glastonbury come and buy vegetables from the healing gardens, and this awareness is spreading, and this is the way forward. It seems to me that the only way forward is for us to become more empowered to feed ourselves, and to feed ourselves well.
Would you say that the location of the healing gardens, especially with that amazing view of the Tor and the tower on top, makes it a particularly special place?
Yes, absolutely. I think people who come from wherever they come from all over the world, that symbol of the Tor is such it has such an impact symbolically for people from all over the world. And whether you've come to this place from the legends of Avalon, or whether it's because of an interest in the ley lines, the Michael line and the Mary lines, which converge in Glastonbury, or wherever you're coming from, when you stand on this deck of the house of the healing waters, and you look out across that landscape, it's such an emotional experience. And I feel very tearful when I'm looking out across that land. It's like this ancient Britain, and it hasn't really changed. We're just in that ancient place.
Would you describe your visits to healing waters as being a unique experience?
Absolutely. Having travelled all over the world to many sacred places, there are some wonderful places all around the world, and we are starting to expand healing waters so that there is already a place in southwest France which has a unique energy which is very different to Glastonbury, but it's again very magical in a different way. And parts of North America, Canada, and all over the world there are sacred places. But I think that there is a very unique nature to this land and this place. The position of healing waters is key, It is said that Glastonbury is the heart chakra of the planet, and I don't know whether that's true or not, but I certainly feel that it's very close to something very unique and sacred within the Mother Earth, and coming there seems to be very pivotal for a lot of people.
Would you say that sacredness is a very important element of a very important part of being at Healing Waters?
Absolutely. Although it is a very grounded place in many ways, and people receive transformative, incredible experiences through just being there and walking on the land, as well as the more spiritual practices that take place there that people get involved in. But just being there, just having a cup of tea and looking at the view, and I think that's what I love about it. It's very sacred, but in a very grounded way, which is something that I feel is very special.
Would you say it's also great fun?
Absolutely, yes. There's a tremendous sense of joy there, which people pick up on, and you find that, I've talked to a lot of people who've been staying at Healing Waters who've been through very traumatic experiences, and they come there and they suddenly get a sort of a childlike fun and joy, and find themselves running up the tour and coming back and just talking to people and having a lot of laughs, and so it's not somber unless you want that, which you can find that too.
Actually, one last question. Do you think it's imperative to universal thinking that places like Healing Water be encouraged to stay and to actually grow, to become more numerous?
Absolutely. With all my heart. I do feel that the way forward through all the chaos, and to find a way to live together harmoniously in peace is to go to places like Healing Waters, and to realise that it's possible to live in a very conscious, peaceful, respectful way with each other and with the earth. And I love the fact that people bring their children to experience this, and many children have been moved by their experience of being at Healing Waters, and I think that this is the only way. It's not the only way. For me, it's the way that we have to go.
So you'll go again?
Absolutely. Again and again and again. It's my home here in England.
We'll be back. It's a very inspirational place, isn't it? So people become very inspired, and somehow, because of their resonance with the surroundings, with the land and everything, it makes them, as Carol said, grounded. It makes them strong. It makes them benevolent, but in a very good way, a very positive way. So any practitioners of complementary therapy, arts, healing, it's a real catalyst to really boost people on that road. Would you say that covers it?
Absolutely. Yes. I have worked at Healing Waters, and certainly because it is a very safe container, as well as being energetically so powerful, it is very safe and grounded, and people who come to do work at Healing Waters and people who receive healing at Healing Waters seem to have hugely powerful transformative experiences, but they feel completely safe in order to do so, and this is why I think it is so important and pivotal for a lot of people to receive healing whilst they're there. Juliet and her incredible work with trauma, I believe that as well as her intention, which is so wonderful to heal deep trauma in people and the planet, within this particular container and with the energy which is present, the healing work is absolutely incredible. And so many people leave just feeling as though they've done a total turnaround, and there can't be many places on the planet where you go and you have a session or a couple of sessions and you leave feeling as though your life has completely changed, and
quite miraculous.
Miracles.
Yeah.
Yes, it feels as though a lot of miracles do happen, and it starts to become another miracle today.
Another miracle.
This incredible healing, and yes, it is a wonderful place.